shows I would hate to live in.
You know, growing up, just like movies, I always wanted to be on TV. And again, not like on TV, more like in the show. But now that I've wised up, I realize I don't want to be in any of these shows. These shows would be terrible to live in. And that's what we'll be going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some shows
is that the Amazing
I
Circus?
absolutely hate to live in. And don't worry, I know everyone doesn't watch every show, so I'll try and tell you everything you need to know before I explain why I'd hate living in them, all right? And in the end, I'll go over one of the shows that I would not only hate to live in the most, but also a show I've been meaning to talk about for a minute. And without further ado,
I only seen the first episode of Chainsaw Man. Is there like, I mean, I already don't want to live here, but I'm sure there's things that I wouldn't want to live in more though.
Chainsaw Man gotta be one of the worst shows to live in. And I'm saying this as someone who loves this series. Like, I really do love it, bro. The movie made me cry. But please keep me away from the show. Before I even talk about it, let me give you the rundown like I said. If you've never seen it, Chainsaw Man's is anime.
I only seen the first episode.
A teenager named Denji, who after getting murked by some Yakuza members, comes back to life with the ability to release chainsaws from his body and becomes a devil hunter. And you see, that's where the problem lies in this show. Not the chainsaws coming out the body thing. Yeah,
I'm saying like being a regular person in Chainsaw Man, like is that even a thing? Like
these things are the worst. The devils in this show are pretty much human-hating, human-eating monsters that come from fear. Human fears. Each one of them being a different concept.
Oh yeah,
what do I mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's take for example something I'm scared of. Dolls. I don't rock with them, and neither do a lot of people on Earth. I ain't alone. And in the Chainsaw Man world, this fear we have for them would be enough to create a doll devil, but only one. You following? So now imagine that whole process I just said, but for like every single thing ever. I mean it too, everything. A car devil, a doctor devil, an awkward silence devil. Anything could be a devil as long as people are scared of it. But that's not even all of it, because since the devils in this world come from fear, it only makes sense that the strongest ones are not only the most feared, but they can gain or lose strength depending on what's going on in the world. New Conjuring film drops, Ghost Devil gets stronger. Inflation goes up, unemployment devil gets stronger. Ceasefire happens, Israel devil gets weaker.
Message. That's an interesting concept.
Cool power system, but like I'm admiring it from a distance. I don't want to live there. It would be terrifying. You don't know when they could randomly strike.
It's a pretty big sword.
At the crib one day in the living room, minding your business. Oh wow, it's a really nice day outside. The gun devil just sneezed and blasted away your crib in 5 cities. And they don't even gotta be to that scale. Even if you get rolled up on by a barely scary devil, you'd probably get packed. You're human. And in that situation, dying wouldn't even be the worst part. It's the aftermath. It would be embarrassing. Imagine my homies come to my funeral asking what killed me. Did they say what got him? Yeah, they said it was the cheese devil. There's hella lactose intolerant people. It probably could. And that's not even me mentioning devil contracts. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like I said, I love this show, but Chainsaw Man is horrible to live in. But I'd rather live in Chainsaw Man than to live in...
Yeah, what is this?
Some of y'all may know this show, some of y'all may not, but the ones that do know. For as vibrant and as colorful as this show may seem, it has a dark undertone. Like, this show is prison. This show is an indie animated show where we follow this group of people who are trapped in a video game, The Amazing Digital Circus. They put on these headsets one day and were transported into the game, and now they're stuck. So it's kind of like Sword Art Online, minus, you know, the weird brother and sister stuff. And I think the reason for this one is pretty straightforward, guys. Why would I ever want to be in this situation? Why? If I'm in here, I'd literally be trapped. Trapped as a goofy looking video game character, which by the way, can one of y'all draw me as one? I want to see what y'all think I'd look like. With no memory of my name and forced to go on daily adventures by this lunatic AI that's running the circus. This junk is horrible. And that's not even
all of it. This isn't that bad, bro. I would probably rather live in here than Chainsaw Man though, to be honest.
If, or should I say when, I eventually lose my mind in this world, I'll abstract, which is pretty much the equivalent of death. You become a giant digital monster and they pretty much toss you in the basement forever. This place is terrible, and that's just episode 1 stuff. When you combine that with the stuff we learned in the latest episode, man, this place is purgatory. Only bright side about this place is the people you're stuck with are pretty chill. Like hanging out with Kinger or Zubul would be dope. And there might be a way to get out. I know after the latest episode it's not looking like it, but I still believe. Unless it's like that one Black Mirror episode where instead of being a real person trapped, you're actually a copy of someone real, but just in the game. That'd be messed up.
Just goon.
So I just finished watching this show, and let me tell you something. If I'm not stepping a foot in Chainsaw Man, You couldn't get a follicle of me and Derry. Before I even get into it, if you don't know,
if it isn't that, like, it's not that crazy though, right? Unless it's more than just Pennywise. Wait, let me see.
This show in simple terms is a prequel to the movie It. You know, killer clown named Pennywise, likes to eat kids, but just based in the 1960s, where we learn a little more about him and, you know, see what this goes up to before the 80s. And the special thing about this show is, this is the first show on the list to have multiple reasons why I would never ever want to live there. First of them obviously being this dude Pennywise. A lot of y'all may know I've spoken about this guy on my channel before, saying how I'd beat the white off his skin and bully him to death. But y'all, I don't know what happened in those 20-something years between this show and the movie, but this dude in the show is way more terrifying than in the movie. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know what happened, but this dude glued down those 27 years. He's washed. The difference is insane. Like in the movie, yeah, he'll do some scary stuff, like transform into a creepy painted lady or a giant lumberjack statue. But in the show, this guy will shapeshift into your deceased mother and make her give birth to you again. Oh, what the y'all see what I mean? This dude in the show is different. Stuff got so scary for the kids in this show that these kids started popping pills to avoid being scared of Pennywise. Like, this is ridiculous. Why didn't I think of that? Point is, if you living in Derry and this dude got an eye on you, just hang it up, bro, because it ain't even up to you. You gotta just pray.
Yeah, I've heard Welcome to Derry's good. I gotta, like, I don't know if I'm gonna add it to my list, bro. Like, I'm getting excited that my list is getting shorter. I gotta start Gen V because The Boys comes out in April, right? So I gotta start Gen V soon, at least sometime in March. I gotta start that so that way I can be ready for The Boys season 5. So I gotta watch Gen V season 2. Finish Stranger Things. Finish Vinland Saga. I still gotta watch the second season of Dandadan, and Chainsaw Man is on my list. It's just like further down. I haven't even seen the fucking Demon Slayer movie. I mean, I've seen enough of it through TikTok clips and shit, but I haven't actually like watched the full thing. Then, damn, what else is on the? I gotta check the list. I have it though. Like, it's in my notes.
Thinks you won't taste good, or he's just not hungry today. And that's another thing that's bad about this. Since you a kid, even if you go and tell people you seen this dude, they not gonna believe you.
Oh yeah, at this point I'm just fucking like, I'm probably just gonna end up waiting until the end of the JJK season. But yeah, that's on there too, obviously.
Dude, you a kid, and it's the 60s. Even if you tell your parents, they ain't gonna care. These is Cold War times, baby. World War III can happen any second. Ain't got time to be worrying about your kids. But that ain't even the worst about Derry, because even if you don't run into Penny, like I just said, let's not forget, this show is based in the 1960s, which, in my opinion, might be even worse than dealing with Pennywise. Because aside from the fact that there wasn't much to do in the 60s besides, like, I don't know, smoke cigarettes indoors, let's remember, these times were not the safest for colorful. And this show...
Yo, why the fuck she looking at it like that?
Very clearly. Like, I already knew how bad the racism was back then from what I learned in U.S. history. But seeing it on the screen, bro, these motherfuckers was really racist. Like, shockingly racist. I don't want to dive into it too much, but if you want to know how bad it is, there's a scene in the show where this one guy gets wrongfully accused of murking 3 kids. And when he's given an opportunity to clear his name by just saying where he was the night of the incident, he refuses. Yeah, he refuses in fear of getting into more trouble, which just had me thinking, damn, what could this guy have been doing that could get you into more trouble than triple homicide? You want to know what he was doing? Hanging out with a white woman. That's all he was doing. Well, a little more than just hanging out. They got a little more buddy-buddy than that. And she was married. But still, that probably has some of y'all...
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that is kind of crazy, bro. Yeah, just lock me up for the triple homicide, gang.
I'm thinking,
I ain't gonna lie, they probably hanging me and stoning me to death after some bullshit like that.
Just say that. An affair is clearly not worse than murking 3 children, right? And you're right. That would definitely not get you in trouble today. But in the 60s, if the wrong group of white men get wind that their abusive buddy's wife had relations with a black man, man, they grabbing a phone book, grabbing a rope, grabbing their robe, and then after that, They ride at dawn. Yeah, this junk used to be a death sentence. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Like, killing someone because your wife wants them is already stupid enough. But doing it off the basis of race is just even more stupid. Because does that mean if it was a white dude sleeping with his wife, he would have just been cool with it?
Ah, go ahead, honey. F him all you want.
Yeah, keep me out of dairy. This place is the worst, bro. The crazy part is there's even more messed up racist stuff that happens later in the show, but I don't want to spoil. So when you combo that with freaking Pennywise, yeah, this is going to be horrible. I'm still whooping the movie version of him, though. Don't get it twisted. But the show version, if he had my friend hostage like he had that one dude in the first movie and I told him to give him back and he told me, no. Yeah, keep him, bro. I'll make new friends. It's good. And now, for the show that I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. No need to.
I think living in the Stranger Things world, I'm assuming I would have to be in, what's the fuck is it called? Hawkins or whatever? Because literally everywhere else is safe. I think I'd be cool, bro. I think I'd be cool living here. I think it is not that great. I really wouldn't want to live in Chainsaw Man, but if this is the list, I think Stranger Things might be I'd have the easiest time here. Because I wouldn't be dealing with any Demogorgons. I wouldn't have to fight Vecna. The worst thing that would happen would be whenever the city or town, whatever, splits into 4 different quadrants. And then, like, now my house is a lot longer of a drive to get to. Or I might have to, like, I don't know, can they walk over that shit? Like, I don't understand how they dealt with that, but that's the worst thing that happens
to
in the show.
Introduce this one, everyone knows this show, Stranger Things. Now look, I really like this show, but as much as I like it, as much as it's been beloved for years, and I mean years, this chunk has been out since I was an 8th grader. You know how insane that is? I went from being pretty much the same age as these kids to now I'm freaking 6 years older than them. That's crazy. As much as I like it, if I had a choice, I'm not living in Hawkins, Indiana. I'm not.
Well, I mean, yeah.
From season 1 through season 5, this place has been the epicenter of so many problems, it's not even funny. Season 1, you got a Demogorgon, which is pretty much a monster running around trying to eat you. Season 2, you don't have a Demogorgon, but you got demo dogs trying to eat you. Season 3.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I did forget about them. I forgot about the dogs. But then you also had the bats, too, though. I think they were called Demobats. I don't really remember. But, like, them bats was not.
You got the Mind Flayer.
Oh, fuck, bro. Bro. That's so crazy, like, the Mind Flayer design, like, how it changed over the years. This shit right here is fucking terrifying. But then I think they had just swapped this out for the more simplified Vecna design. Because this is just, like, fucking horrific to deal with.
Town folk possessed by the Mind Flayer and Russians after you. Season 4, you got Vecna, who's pretty much the one running the whole operation, going after you. And then season 5 is just season 4, but he's stronger now, and everyone got 25% cornier. This is horrible. And the main cast is the ones that had to deal with all.
This is season 1. Is Elle at the same spot that she was up at the end of season 5?
All of it. And I'm gonna be honest, if I'm in their shoes, I don't think I'm making it. Not as a main character. Whether it be death or me running.
Oh, yeah, if I'm a main see, I was just thinking about me being a background character. If I'm a main character, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, especially them first couple seasons when they were in the Upside Down and then they had to wear the masks and shit. That shit.
Away, I wouldn't last long. Matter of fact, I'll go down every season and I'll tell you every moment I would have called it if I even made it there. Season 1. The second me and the gang find out Will is missing and find his little girl near where he went missing and she got superpowers, yeah, deuces. Peace out. Unless it's me getting those powers, peace. Season 2, Will start doing that hallucinating neck touching stuff in front of me. I'm out. I'm out. Especially if I ever see him cough up a slug. I'm out. Then season 3. See, season 3 is unique because at first it'll seem like everything is smooth. You know, it's the summer.
Bro, I'm about to say season 3 was so chill.
MILFs is chilling at the pool and stuff. We good. But the second I see we got Russia involved in our business. Now, Russia, a world superpower, is involved in our business. Season 4, I don't even gotta see anything really. I probably won't even make it to Vecna. Cause when I hear the description of Chrissy's body after what Vecna did to her, yeah, I think I'm gonna
ain't gonna lie, yeah, he folded her shit.
And then Season 5, man, after the stuff we went through in Season 4, anything is enough for me to dip at this point. My guy, Max is in a coma. So the second I hear Dustin say some corny stuff like, I wanna see Vecna's heart on a platter. Are you serious, bro? What are you gonna do about it? I'm out, bro, I'm out. And that's just being in the main cast.
And they deadass didn't do shit with that fucking story. Dustin got his ass beat the fuck up by like 6, 8 niggas, bro. Jumped. Beat the fucking piss out of him within an inch of his fucking life. And then he just goes and just joins the main cast like nothing fucking happened. Are we fucking serious?
Regular,
he didn't get his get back?
Not a part of the main cast.
Quick question, how did the blonde girl manage to kill a Demogorgon with a bottle? I saw a clip on Insta. Blonde girl, Demogorgon. No, she didn't kill it. It got damaged. It took damage. They only died to like fire and shit. Really. That's the only way to really kill it. They're just really weak to fire.
To be here, because if I'm not in the main cast, that
it's
means
like an
I don't
infected
know anything about what's going
clicker
on in this
or some
world
shit
at
from
all.
Last of Us.
So imagine if I'm in Season 4 and I hear that Vecna clock. I'm not gonna be prepared. I won't even know what's going on. I'm gonna just be like, hey, that's a neat looking clock. And it's gonna be like that every time because I'm a curious guy. Doesn't matter what situation I'm in. A main cast member, a main cast parent, a civ.
Ooh, main cast parent will be comp though. That shit will be comp. Look, kids leave. Because you got to think, the show takes place in like 1 or 2 days. Like, especially Season 5. Season 5 is like 2, maybe 3 days max. Maybe 3 days. Like, it doesn't take place in a long period of time. It's just hyper-focused on this is what happened the first night from this character's perspective, this character's perspective. Like, that's why it takes so long. But it's only a couple days, bro. You only see Night like 2 or 3 times. Well, that being said, bro, I'm chill, bro. Now, yeah, one thing I would not want to be is one of them members of the military, bro. Because whenever Vecna come through and he just start, like, straight murdering everybody. And then there was the fucking Demogorgons. There was, like, 8 Demogorgons pull up. Boom. They fucking slaughtering, like, Nameless Soldier 3, Nameless Soldier 6. Like, they just getting their ass thrown the fuck around. I'm like, oh, yeah, nah. I would not want to be one of them. Definitely not. I'm kind of surprised there isn't, like, I don't know. I feel like I would have done more with the Upside Down, though. But that's a whole separate conversation.
Hawkins, Indiana, I'm finished. Even if I'm born straight into Hawkins' lab and I'm one of them telekinetic force-wielding children, I'm gonna just get freaking slimed out by Henry, so it don't matter. Man, you couldn't freaking pay me to be in Hawkins. Even excluding all this Upside Down Vecna stuff, I still don't want to be there. Not only would I, let's be honest, probably be a nerd, so I'd get bullied, but also there's a chance I'd be friends with the main cast, and I don't want to be friends with the main cast. Yeah, it might sound crazy because all of them seem cool and all, but I've been noticing patterns, and I can confidently say,
yeah, Upside Down just alternate. Oh, it's like the main world. Yes, it's upside down, but yeah, it's just alternate, so. Instead of being sunny, it's dark. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking a lot of weird shit going on. But there's no people. That's the part I was kind of confused about. But it's just straight like Demogorgons and fucking hell down there. Like the shit's actually insane. But they change it so much season to season to where like I feel like there isn't really any real continuity with the Upside Down. I don't know if the writers keep on changing or what, but yeah, that was kind of weird. What did you think of the ending? It was cool. It was cool. No. It's just an alt version of the town. It's only in the town. Like, it's the town, upside down.
These dudes are some snakes.
That's why if you don't live in the town, you're completely fine. Like, literally none of this is gonna apply to you if you don't live in Hawkins, Indiana.
Friend group, when you got dudes like
which I think is a real place.
Homegirl's boyfriend, and dudes like Steve who's trying to take Nancy away from Jonathan, who originally took Nancy away from him. They're gonna be cool with these.
Still crazy how Jonathan pulled Nancy by, taking some pics and shit. He was outside her crib, taking the Polaroids and shit, watching her from a distance. took her from her boyfriend. Like, bro, anything is possible, bro. Anything is possible. Jonathan is a weirdo, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way another Upside Down could be anywhere else. Nah. Well, not in this show. Because the person who made the Upside Down made it for that specific town. Like, the lab is, like, right in the middle. Unrealistic as fuck, by the way. Oh, 100% unrealistic. What's up, Michael? Super unrealistic.
Dude, you must be out of your mind. You can't have shit in this friend group. Especially if it was like the Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy situation. I'd be pissed. I'm too insecure for that. Let my girl bandage up her ex how Nancy was bandaging up Steve last season in the Upside Down.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah, I would even want to be Steve, bro. Because look, you get your girl taken by a creep. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You still friends with her and shit. You start off as the asshole bully, and then, you know, you turn into a likable character. You become best friends with Dustin. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You got your little bromance with Dustin. Then you find a girl, Robin. You like, oh, shit, like, got me some fine shit at work. Robin fucking gay. God damn, bro. Fuck. Like, now you ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Now all you got to do, you just got infinite free time, bro. Now you got to just take care of kids all day, bro.
I'm gonna be heated when she come back. You like him or something? Why you ain't just let him bleed out? And you might say, oh,
why
that's only 2 or 3 people out of the whole group. And to that I say, that's 2 or 3 snakes too many. Let me put it like this. If you had a batch of 10 apples, right? And out of those 10, 2 or 3 of them could take your girl from you, you probably not buying the batch, are you? That's all I'm saying. I'm not willing to take the risk. These dudes cannot be my homies. Still love y'all though. At the time of recording this.
Oh yeah, y'all do got that blizzard up there. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we had some crazy shit down in the south side. We had some crazy shit. It was probably about like a foot of snow. That cold front that came through probably like around this time last month, really. So yeah, I seen it. There's a blizzard up there. Like shit, you only got nothing else better to do than to be in the house.
Season 5, Volume 1 is only out, so I don't know how it ends yet. Maybe it'll give me more reasons to want to live there. But I have some predictions.
Oh yeah, nah. You're not. It's not. You're not gonna want to live there, bro. I can tell you that right now.
Morning, because these might be accurate. I don't know. I'm kind of a genius. Starting with a crazy one. Someone's gonna die. Not for real though. I think Robin and Steve are probably gone. I'm not gonna lie. I see it coming. Robin and Steve are too beloved, and they can't keep Steve in the show, bro. He's gonna take Nancy away from Jonathan. Number 8, I don't think she'll die, but maybe. I mean, it might be Punisher for giving us the most boring episode of the entire show.
Facts.
I'm still standing by it.
Facts. That's a great take, bro. Yes.
Funny that after her review,
yes, bro. I gotta like the video just off of that, bro. That's a great take.
Hella people like this.
I already like the video
because came out the woodworks and said
I needed to keep it in my watch later.
Boring, most random episode in the entire series that had no point in the story until 8 years later. Yeah, that was always my favorite. But y'all just lying. And I think they're gonna try to make Vecna good. Honestly, I think that's the direction they're going.
That's a good take.
And the way he was looking at that cave makes us feel like he has like some dark memory with it, and I'm not here for it. Okay, I don't want to sympathize with someone who killed mad kids, unless it's like Darth Vader. You know, that's a little different. That's pretty much all the shows I wanted to go over in this video, and y'all know what to do. Comment down below which show you thought was the worst.
What the fuck is this Digital Circus shit though? Like, where do you watch this shit at? I'm just kind of curious. That's a good video though, Derek. It's a good vid. Oh, okay, I'm already subbed. Yeah, I gotta say, I have no mother. I'm gonna scream in a horrible universe to live in. Any Marvel DC shows? Imagine going to work at Superman throws your car into your apartment. Nah, facts. Yeah, the superhero universes are terrible, bro. Yeah, not living in no fucking superhero universe. No cap. Friday we had a ton of snow and rain. Didn't really work. Went back home 3 hours earlier. Nice. Sometimes having a lot of bad weather is a good thing. Sometimes. But it can get a little boring, though, after a while. Because you're just like, damn, bro. Like, we still, like, it's still bad weather? That's kind of how it was whenever the bad weather hit over here. I was like, bro, fuck, bro. I'm still snowed in. I can't go to the gym. I can't fucking go to the store. Like, bro, snow's everywhere. And then if it's not fucking snow, it's ice. Like, shit's ass. Like,